हा आता येतोय, एवढं ओके येतोय.
ओके. काय नावाने घ्यायचं?
लाईव्ह स्ट्रीमिंग सुरू झालं
लाईव्ह
आहे.
पण केलंय, लाईव्ह स्ट्रीमिंग पण केलेलं आहे. आणि मी प्रसन्न तुला आता राईट देतोय. कौस्तुभ सरांना ऑलरेडी को-होस्ट राईट दिले.
ओके ओके.
नाही असू द्या. आवाज येतोय?
हो येतोय.
ओके. व्यवस्थित येतोय का आवाज?
हो व्यवस्थित येतोय आवाज.
तरी आपण नाही, ती पण आपण स्टार्ट केलेली. व्हिडिओ आपण अजून स्टार्ट नाही केला. व्हिडिओ नाही केला, एवढंच दिसेल बस.
Shall we start? कौस्तुभ सर तुम्ही दिसतायत आणि तुमची स्लाइड पण व्यवस्थित दिसते.
Okay.
With your permission, we can start.
Yes. Start.
Dear friends, we welcome you all to this wonderful session on miscellaneous insurance organized by Bharatiya Bima Karmachari Sena and Mumbai Insurance Institute. I am Prasanna Prakash and I take this opportunity to thank Shri Dinesh Bobate sir, General Secretary of Bharatiya Bima Karmachari Sena and Mumbai Insurance Institute. Today's faculty is Kaustubh Kulkarni sir, and he needs no introduction. Actually, he is divisional manager in Chembur, DO of Mumbai, and like many of our dynamic faculties, Kaustubh sir is a sportsman and captain of cricket team of MRO5. He is Carom champion and captain of Carom team also, and he has been coaching marketing team of New India as core faculty member. His specialty is teaching how to get maximum marks out of any exam. Kaustubh sir's lecture for last year's were super hit, and without coming further in between you, I would like to hand over this baton to Kaustubh sir, and he'll take you to this beautiful session on miscellaneous insurance. Over to you, Kaustubh sir.
Thank you, Prasanna. Thank you very much. Thank you, Bharatiya Bima Karmachari Sena, for giving me this opportunity for this miscellaneous insurance subject. And before I start my today's session, there will be 3 sessions in all, today, tomorrow, and day after tomorrow. That is from 7 to 9. And first of all, whether I am visible to you all, just anyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Am I audible to all?
Yes, sir. Audible.
Okay. Thank you very much. Now we'll start with miscellaneous insurance. First of all of you are giving this miscellaneous insurance subject in your promotional exercise for 2022. And here I would like to just give a half-minute thing to note that whenever there is any examination where there is a negative mark system, you have to be pinpoint at the answer. So if at all you know out of 30, you know, and you are confident of the 25 questions, solve those 25 only to get the maximum mark. And for miscellaneous, I am sure you will definitely get 25 out of 25 so that you can reach the highest level of percentage in your promotional exam. So we'll start with miscellaneous insurance today. Okay, the screen is visible to you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Visible.
Now there are major three types of general insurance, as you all are aware of. First is fire insurance, the second one marine insurance, and rest other than fire and marine is miscellaneous insurance. So miscellaneous insurance is a very vast subject. It covers entire portfolio other than fire and marine insurance. So in miscellaneous insurance, there are various types of insurance portfolios. It ranges from motor to anything miscellaneous, that is from pin to satellite, you can call it. So miscellaneous insurance will study one by one with the help of all these slides. First of all, when I'm interacting with you regarding miscellaneous insurance, there are so much of the subjects which we are going to be acquainted with, and some of the very important key notes and key points or key the chapters which we'll learn in today's session will be personal accident, burglary, money, shopkeepers, householders, fidelity guarantee, bankers indemnity and jewelers block, pedal cycles, plate glass, neon sign, health insurance, overseas mediclaim policy. So in all, there will be a session for all these type of miscellaneous insurance. We'll start first with the personal accident insurance, wherein you will be able to score maximum of the marks. Maybe 2 or 3 questions will be there on personal accident, and you will score all those 2 and 3 marks out of those 25. So regarding personal accident insurance, you all know what it covers. It covers any bodily injury, death resulting solely and directly from accident caused by external, violent and visible means, and not aggravated by bodily defects or infirmities. So what personal accident covers? It covers the bodily injury or the death. So when it covers bodily injury or death, whether it is due to what? It is due to the accident. Then what type of accident it should result in? It should result in the accident which is solely and directly. See, this is very important point to be noted, that the accident should be solely. That means the proximate cause should be due to accident, and there should be a direct impact. The accidental injury should be a direct. It should not be a remote one. It should not be indirect one. And again, it should be external, violent and visible means. Many times you must be coming across your day-to-day routine of claims, wherein many of your friends might be asking you that the heart attack is also the accident. In their common language they may say, but whether heart attack is an accident? No, because heart attack doesn't comes under the category of external, violent and visible means. So heart attack will not be termed as a accident. Personal accident insurance will not cover anything which relates to heart attack. So personal policy covers what? It covers bodily injury or death resulting solely and directly from the accident caused by external, violent and visible means, and not aggravated by bodily defects or infirmity. Then here again one question comes when many of our customers asks us that whether a dog bite is an accident, whether snake bite is an accident. Yes, the dog bite, snake bite, these are accident. Whenever there is external, violent and visible means, those will be termed as accident. So whenever any death or bodily injury occurs due to these type of cases, these can be or these are covered under personal accident insurance policy.
एक्सक्यूज सर.
Yes.
सर एक इंश्योर्ड ने ट्रैफिक सिग्नल को वायलेट कर दिया और एक्सीडेंट हो गया, उसकी डेथ हो गई, तो पीएफ कवर
that will come in our exclusion column. But as you have asked me question, I will just convey you. See, any breach of law, please listen to me. Any breach of law with criminal intent is not covered. So any breach of law which is not with the criminal intent, as our one of the friend has asked, that there may be a rush for that particular person to go to the hospital where his friend or somebody is admitted, and at that time he might have breached the law to rush to the hospital. So in that case, if any accident occurs to him and if any bodily injury or death results, whether it is covered or not, yes, it is covered, because our exclusion column says that the breach of law with criminal intent is not covered. So here there is no criminal intent, but if there is any criminal intent, then definitely it will not be covered. Since my friend has asked this question, I will elaborate one point and I will highlight to you. Generally, the people who are staying in Mumbai area, they are traveling by local train from say from Thane to CST. So at many a times it happens that to catch a train of say 8:45, I have to rush to the platform number 3 or 4 by crossing the rail lines, and I am not going over the footover bridge. If anything happens during that crossing of the railway line, I was going to catch the train which is there on the other platform, and I was crossing the rail line, and in that the accident took place. If there is death or bodily injury, whether you are going to pay it or not, yes, you will pay, because there was no criminal intent. There were no criminal intent of the particular person. So to catch a train, he has crossed the rail lines and he was going to catch the train. So here, there are certain facts which should be there at the time of claim. It has to be established that the criminal intent was not there at the time of accident. So it is definitely to be proved that there was no criminal intent, then the claim is payable. So our personal accident exclusion column, when we'll go to that column, you will definitely get that particular point wherein it is said the breach of law with criminal intent is not covered. Okay. So here is the personal accident policy.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, what if a person is driving a vehicle and he suffers a heart attack and then accident occurs? Then what will be the result? I mean, can he get claim under PA policy?
See, basically, when I'm saying that there is a direct cause, direct external violent visible mean. If he is driving the vehicle and at the same time he had suffered from the heart attack, if he is unable to stop the vehicle at the same moment, and if it bangs with the other vehicle or whatever, and the accident occurs, then definitely, and there is a death. So then again, it is to be established whether the death was due to the accident or due to the heart attack. It is to be established. But suppose it is not due to the heart attack, but it is due to the accident, still that accident is covered under our policy. Why? Because there was some illness, something went wrong. See, whenever you are saying any type of accident, that is unfortunate incident only. So this unfortunate incident due to heart attack is also covered under our personal accident policy. But when you are saying that if it is under the influence of any of the intoxicating drugs, liquor or anything, then definitely under our exclusion column, it is conveyed that those will not be covered. But yes, if there is any heart attack, if there is any heart element, and if the person is suffering from heart attack at the same time he was driving the vehicle and suddenly it banged to the other vehicle or accident occurred, it has to be covered under the policy. But the establishment of facts has to be there at the time of processing of the claim. Okay.
Sir.
Yes.
If these types of questions comes in exam, but there is no explanation or clarification, then what options we will mark?
No, they will not ask anything related to this type of question, because whenever there is any ambiguity at the time of claim payment, when I am saying to you that the establishment of facts has to be there. So if the questions, if there are any ambiguities, those questions will not be asked. Because it may happen, if it is depending on the insurance person to decide whether it is payable or not, such type of questions will not be asked in the examination. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Now the second part under this personal accident, after the definition is that although there may not be any loss of earning capacity, there still can be disablement under the policy. So there may not be any loss of earning capacity means you all know that these are the fixed benefit policy. So what do you mean by fixed benefit policy? That means there is no particular IDV. or there is no particular sum insured which is well defined to be reinstated after there is any claim, and then only that will be covered. So these types of particular indemnity policies or the reinstatement of sum insured, these type of policies are not related to personal accident. So personal accident insurance policies are called fixed benefit policy. As you all know, the life insurance policies, when any person is taking, he is taking as per his own salary or income, he is eligible to get the sum insured. In the same way, in personal accident policy, yes, we can give the policy to the sum insured as per the earning capacity or the income of the professional. So these policies are called fixed benefit policy. This is a benefit policy, but it is a fixed benefit policy. It is not termed that this is a benefit policy with unlimited cover. No, these are the policies which are fixed benefit policy. I will give you example. You all know our certain criteria are fixed. For New India Assurance, when we are saying that 72 times of the monthly salary is to be taken for arrival of the sum insured under this fixed benefit policy, it may differ company wise. It may differ company wise. So this is not a strict rule that 72 months monthly salary or 6 years annual income. This is in general what we are talking, but it is not fixed. That will not come to your exam, how to arrive at the sum insured in personal accident insurance policy. Yes, but there will be a question in examination wherein they will convey you that this is the sum insured which is opted under certain sections, or you may call it as certain tables. And if there is any accidental death, what will be the maximum amount payable? So in that case, you will have to confirm yourself what amount is payable at the time of death. And to convey you from my side, I will definitely want to tell you that in question, in examination, the questions will be asked particularly or majorly in the claim section. So there may be calculations in miscellaneous also. May not be much more like your fire reinstatement or motor IDV calculation, but still there may be some claim related question which you ought to know, and you ought to give them the answer in a numerical phase. So this is regarding fixed benefit policy under personal accident insurance section. Okay, now when I told you that personal accident policies are fixed benefit policy, what amount of compensation or what amount of sum insured is paid to the customer, to the client, in case of any accidental death, injury or disablement. The chart is in front of you. It is simple to understand. If there is death due to accident, 100% compensation is payable. There is the indemnity limit payment is 100%. Loss of 2 limbs or 2 eyes, or 1 limb and 1 eye. Here you should understand, whenever there is any accidental injury to both the limbs means the hands or the feet. So if these limbs are totally damaged, that is there is loss, those are not in use, then the 100% coverage will be there. If at all both the eyes are permanently, that means the person cannot see after the accident, whether you will be paying 100% sum insured? Yes, the payment of claim will be 100%. Or if there is a loss to 1 limb and 1 eye. See, suppose in case of any accident, a person may lose one of his hand, say right hand, and a right eye. The compensation payable will be 100%. So like death, if the sum insured of a particular person is 10 lakhs of rupees, 10 lakhs of rupees is the claim payment will be done to the particular customer. So this is in case of loss of 2 limbs or 2 eyes, or 1 limb and 1 eye. So 1 limb and 1 eye constitute one part. So if accidental injury to 1 limb and 1 eye permanently happened, that is now there is no use of 1 hand and 1 eye, then 100% compensation is payable. But suppose if there is a loss of 1 limb or 1 eye, So either of the limb or eye is permanently damaged. Then what is the percentage of compensation payable? That is 50% of the sum insured is payable. So in case when I am giving you the example of 10 lakhs sum insured, 5 lakhs is payable. That is in case of one limb or one eye. But if there is a damage or permanent one limb and one eye is damaged, then the compensation payable is 100%.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, ampute from wrist is one limb ampute considered as
the percentage of particular that is if there is loss of 4 fingers, if there is loss of wrist, total wrist, certain percentage are given as per the company wise directions. So if there is a wrist totally cut or damaged, then the percentage of compensation is payable. But if that particular hand is cut from from the wrist, then the compensation will be according to the percentage which is given as per our list. So the percentage payable will be as per our list, though we termed it as there is no use of that particular limb, because when we know that the total hand is gone, total wrist is gone, so will it be termed as loss of one limb? Then there is a different opinions to be understood. But here I will definitely tell you that the loss of one limb there means that total limb is to be cut from your body, or it is to be amputated, then only the loss of one limb will come in picture. So if there is loss of wrist, as our friend is asking, whether that is coming under a category of permanent damage to one limb, then in that case there is again a different opinion wherein the doctor will certify whether this is permanently damaged or whether it is a partially damaged. Then only the claim will be payable. Then there is a loss of one limb or one eye. As I told you, it is 50%. Permanent total disablement. What is permanent total disablement? Suppose if there is any accidental injury occurs to a person and he is bedridden due to a spinal cord damage. If there is a damage to the spinal cord and doctor has given a certificate saying that now he cannot be put himself to work in any of capacity and he is totally disabled, but he is totally disabled in permanent capacity, then 100% of the sum insured is payable under personal accident policy. See, permanent total disablement is a very key point to understand, and the total disablement permanently is dependent on the certificate which is provided by the doctor. Because when we know that there is disablement, there are many times the accidental injury occurs to a person resulting in head injury and a person goes in coma. We all know many accident when it occurs and there is head injury, the person is going in coma. So whether this coma will be termed as permanent total disablement? Yes, the doctors, when they are giving a certificate that this person is now unable to come out of this drastic situation of coma, and then the this term of permanent total disablement will come in picture, because the person is unable to do any of his functions at permanent time, that is till his lifelong career he is unable to do the working capacity. So here the permanent total disablement will come in picture and the payment is 100%. What is permanent partial disablement? When I am conveying you that if there is any loss to a particular organ in a permanent capacity, but that is a partial thing. So what is the difference between permanent total and permanent partial? I will give you one example. I am driving a motorcycle, and during the accident, if two of the fingers are cut in the accident. So when these two fingers are cut in the accident, then these are not used permanently by me for lifelong time, right? But these two fingers, when they are cut permanently, still there are other fingers which are there which can be used. So this type of disablement will be termed as permanent, but still it is partial. It is not total, because with the help of other fingers, I can do the work. Not up to that capacity which I was working previously, but still there will be possibility of work. Then again the question comes whether it is right hand or left hand. But this percentage will be differing from company to company. But what we know to understand is that the permanent partial disablement, the compensation or the benefit is provided as per the percentage shown in the table of the policy. So here you should know at the examination point of view is that whenever there is any accident and loss of thumb, loss of fingers, all these are coming under permanent partial disablement. If there is loss of 1 ear is only lost, then what will happen? Yes, that will again come under permanent partial disablement, because in case of loss of 2 limbs or 2 eyes, when I am conveying you that the 100% benefit is given at the time of claim if there is loss of 2 limbs or 2 eyes. But here it is never mentioned that if there is an accident and loss of 2 ears, both the ears are damaged in an accident, whether the claim payable is 100%? No. As per the chart, it is not 100%. Yes, but as per our New India chart, if you go through it, it is almost 75%. If there are loss of 2 ears, then the percentage will be 75%. But these are the percentage as per the table of the policy, which are termed as permanent partial disablement. The last and the most important factor to know regarding the claims, because in many of the offices when we are scrutinizing personal accident claims, the major claims comes of temporary total disablement. What is temporary and what is total? Here I will give you one simple example which you all know is fracture. Many a times, or you may call it as the maximum number of claims, the fracture is a major claim which comes in our office claim. So what is fracture and why I am terminating it as a temporary total disablement? See here, when there is a fracture, the particular person is unable to go to the office or cannot do the work in a total capacity, but that will be up to certain period. The period will be temporary. It is not for the lifelong. It is not for the permanent period. It is for a temporary period. Say in a example when I described you about the motorcycle accident, and if the hand is damaged and there is a fracture, a plaster is put on by the orthopedic surgeon, and this plaster, the doctor says that it is to be done for say 6 weeks. Then what will happen? For the next 6 weeks, this person is unable to perform his duties. So when the person is unable to perform his duties, naturally he will be totally incapacity to get the whatever his remuneration. Correct? But when he is saying that I am totally disabled, I cannot go to my duties, definitely the claim should be paid to me in total capacity. But yes, as an insurance company officer, you should convey him that we will pay you the claim up to certain weeks what doctor has given you or prescribed you, stating that after 6 weeks you are going to work as normal as you were before. So here what is the phrase or what is the terminology? Temporary total disablement. So the disablement is total, but it is for temporary period of 6 weeks. Then how much is the compensation payable? Because the compensation should be fixed and insured should know before taking the policy that what will be the compensation in case of any fractures or temporary total disablement. So the compensation payable is weekly compensation at the rate of 1% of capital sum insured, subject to maximum 104 weeks. Now here, the compensation payable, I will give you one example as I conveyed you. The sum insured taken by ABC, that is the name of the client. If he has taken the sum insured of 10 lakhs under table A, the table and risk group will come in the next slide. Under table A, wherein this temporary total disablement is covered up to 10 lakhs. 10 lakhs is the sum insured. What will be the compensation payable in this particular example when I am saying that there is a total disablement but up to a temporary period of 6 weeks? Then the compensation payable will be 1% of the sum insured as weekly compensation. That means 1% of 10 lakhs, that will come to 10,000. 10,000 per week is payable. But per week, that means here the compensation is to be paid up to 6 weeks. That means 6 weeks compensation is to be payable. Then the amount of claim to be paid will be 60,000. So amount of claim to be paid to that particular insured is 60,000.
Sir, excuse me.
Yes.
Sir, there is some weekly restriction on the particular SI also, no?
See, basically, my friend has asked a question that there is a certain restriction on the sum insured option for weekly compensation. Yes, but again, it differs from company to company, so it is not much to elaborate. But still, for all of you to know, and you all know it also, the maximum sum insured what we allow at this point of time is 20 lakhs maximum for table A benefit. And again, 10 lakhs up to this DO or RO level and 20 lakhs to head office level. But these are all certain compensation allowed. But particular company is giving 20 lakhs, the other company may give 25 lakhs. So it differs. So here I will not go much in deep for the weekly compensation fixation of the sum insured.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, but we should know that temporary total disablement is given for the disabilities which are total in capacity, but for a particular period, but for a restricted period. And after that, the particular person, the claimant, is in a capacity to work fully, normally. So here, weekly compensation payable is 1% of capital sum insured, subject to maximum 104 weeks. When I'm saying capital sum insured, why it is used as capital sum insured and not only sum insured? Because there are two sum insured. There are two sum insured in our personal accident policy. One is capital sum insured and the other is sum insured including cumulative bonus. So here when I'm talking about capital sum insured, it is the basic sum insured which is opted by the insured without cumulative bonus. Well, so that means the 1% of capital sum insured when we are paying as weekly compensation, then it is to be applied on the basic sum insured and not including cumulative bonus. This is a very important point to note. And what is the maximum compensation allowed? It is 104 weeks or the table A sum insured opted. 104 weeks, it is a 2 years period.
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, it's 104 weeks or 100 weeks, sir. Someone is saying 100 weeks.
Yeah, the particular point is every year when it is asked, definitely I will like to convey you is that 104 weeks it is given, but when your sum insured is exhausted at the 100th week, then definitely it will not go beyond that. So 104 weeks is written because the compensation is payable for 2 years. Now, since the 4 weeks which are more than 100 weeks, and if the sum insured is exhausted, definitely the payment will not be more than that. Yes, as one of our candidate has asked this, this is a common question or common doubt is there. As per our Insurance Institute book also, if you go through, it is 104 weeks. But yes, for us to know, the maximum compensation payable will be the sum insured. So this is we
So
can
answer will be 104 weeks only.
Yeah,
Maximum.
maximum is 104 weeks,
Okay, sir.
but
Thank
subject to the sum insured naturally.
Okay,
It
sir.
will
Thank
not
you, sir.
go beyond sum insured.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Now, special features, you all know personal accident policy is 24 hours and on a worldwide basis. The question may be asked for this particular policy with this phrase. So you should ought to know that it is 24 hours covered and it is on a worldwide basis. So it is not restricted to Indian jurisdiction. अगर मैं इंडिया में भारत में हूँ और तभी कवर होता है, क्या हमारे भी दिमाग में होता है ऐसा कि the policy is issued in India, so whether it is covered only in India like our Mediclaim policy? No, it is a coverage is a worldwide basis, and that too for 24 hours of coverage. If I am at home and due to slippery things in my house or somewhere near my home, if I have fallen myself and get an accident, I'm injured, whether I'm covered? Yes. It need not be that I should be there in my workplace. It need not be that I'm in a traveling phase. So when I'm saying accident, accident is an external, violent, visible means. Again, there should be a vast, worldwide basis coverage, and that too for 24 hours. Secondly, travel as a passenger in a licensed standard type of aircraft is automatically covered. Yes, it is automatically covered because the policy is stating that it is 24 hours and on worldwide basis. The medical expenses payment will be there. Yes, the medical expenses payment on payment of extra premium. On payment of extra premium of 20%, the medical expenses relating to the accidental injury. Relating to the accident injury, the medical expenses are payable. Then again the question comes to our mind that whether the hospitalization expenses are only payable or any medical expenses apart from hospitalization are payable. Yes, the medical expenses due to accident are covered, need not be the hospitalization expenses, because it may occur or it may happen that due to accident some type of injuries wherein you are disabled or you are temporary but totally disabled and you are at home for say 6 weeks, as I gave you the example. Here the particular person or the customer is not hospitalized. So whether those medical expenses, whatever he has incurred by visiting to that orthopedic doctor or maybe a normal MD doctor to have the treatment, whether all those medicines or all those, whatever are the professional charges, are they payable? Yes. If those are due to accident and the medical expenses are incurred without any hospitalization treatment, those are also covered under our personal accident policy. The percentage of compensation in case of medical expenses, those are restricted to 10% of sum insured or 40% of the admissible claim amount or the actual expenses, whichever is lower. That will come in our coverage section. War and allied risk. See, war and allied risk. Working in foreign countries on civilian duties can be covered at 150/250% loading on premium. So, see, war and allied risk, as we all know, in personal accident policy also, war and allied risk are not covered. So, due to war, if anything goes wrong, that is not covered. But yes, if the person from India, he is doing civilian duties in foreign countries. If a person from India is doing civilian duties in foreign countries, then this war and allied risk coverage will be there by loading of the premium. Otherwise, war and allied risks are not covered under our personal accident policies. These are some of the special features under personal accident policy. Personal accident policy, there are certain additional features. What we should know are cumulative bonus. I have already conveyed you. It is 5% per year up to maximum 50%. So when I'm saying cumulative bonus, this is a additional benefit what insurance company is giving to a particular insured if there is no claim. If there is no claim for the particular year. So suppose
Excuse me,
a
sir.
person has taken, yes.
Sir, regarding this war and allied risk, is it only for foreign countries or even in India it is?
No, it is only for a person. See, we are giving personal accident policy to Indian citizens. And when these our Indian customers, they are working in foreign countries on civilian duties, then only this type of coverage can be given. But this is given after loading of the premium, that too with a particular acceptance only. It is not a general term that we are giving these type of coverages.
So that means in India it is excluded, even by paying extra.
War and allied perils, nuclear weapons and all those are not covered in India when we are issuing these type of policies. So personal accident policy under exclusion column, you will find that war and nuclear weapons or all these types of coverages are not given under personal accident policy. These are special features which we are allowing the insured to opt if they are doing civilian duties in foreign countries.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So here cumulative bonus 5% of the sum insured. See, I have not mentioned there sum insured, but it is 5% of the sum insured, maximum up to 50% if there is no claim. So whenever there is no claim, then this percentage of 5% will be increased in the same proportion next year onward. That means when we are saying that 10 lakhs is the sum insured under table A, if there is no claim during 2021-22 period, then what will be the sum insured in the period 2022-2023? It will be 10 lakh as the sum insured and 5% will be the cumulative bonus. So 10 lakhs plus 5% cumulative bonus will be his total sum insured in case of any death or permanent disability. So at the time of claim payment, that will be 10 lakhs plus 5%. So again, this 5% some cumulative bonus will be increased in the same proportion, but maximum coverage allowed or maximum cumulative bonus allowed is 50%. So 50% of the sum insured. This is the maximum. Carriage of, yeah.
Sir, and for the another renewal, like for the first renewal, the insured is getting 5% of the capital sum insured,
Right.
kind of bonus. In
Right.
case that year also is claim free, then
Right.
again 5% will be calculated on the original sum insured or the including the cumulative bonus sum insured.
Yes, the question asked is like this: the 10 lakhs is the sum insured, and 5% first renewal, the person is eligible to get the cumulative bonus of 5%. So on 10 lakhs, 5% comes to 5,000 of rupees. So his sum insured will be 10 lakhs 5,000, right? Hello?
Okay, sir. Okay,
Yeah.
sir.
And the question asked is that the next renewal, when the person is eligible to get 10% as a cumulative bonus, whether that 10% cumulative bonus will be on a sum insured of 10 lakh or 10 lakh 5,000. Madam, please understand, it will be on the sum insured of 10 lakh only.
Okay, sir.
It is not on 10 lakh 5,000. Okay. So here when I am conveying you
Excuse,
that,
sir.
yes.
सर अगर वीकली कंपनसेशन जो है वीकली बेनिफिट का अगर क्लेम आ जाता है तो फिर वो रिड्यूस होगा या कुछ मिलेगा नहीं, किस तरह क्या होगा?
नहीं, अगर क्यूमुलेटिव बोनस पर्टिकुलर टेबल से अटैच होता है, पर्टिकुलर टेबल से निगडित होता है. सपोज देयर इज अ क्लेम अंडर टेबल ए, दैट इज देयर इज अ फ्रैक्चर एंड वी आर गोइंग टू पे द क्लेम. Then in that case, definitely the cumulative bonus will come down. So as per table of benefits under particular which sum insured is opted under particular table, and if there is a claim in a particular table, then that cumulative bonus from the particular table will be come down. So I will give you one example. Now here the question is asked whether the cumulative bonus will come down. Yes, it differs from company to company by say 2 slab or 1 slab, but still whenever there is a claim, this cumulative bonus will not go to the upward revision. It may go to the downward revision, or it may be on a particular the same slab which is there as a cumulative bonus. But whether the other table of benefits, whether the cumulative bonus will go in upward direction or it will remain on the same direction, I will give you one example. If there is a law, if the policy is taken for death benefit as well as for temporary total disablement benefit. The claim if comes to temporary total disabled benefit, that is of fracture, then the cumulative bonus of that particular section only will be reduced, or the particular section will be stick to that some cumulative bonus. It will not go to the upward revision, but that will not hamper the other table of benefits. That we should know. The other table of benefits will not hamper because the claim will be for a particular table of benefit and it is not for the whole of the policy. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here cumulative bonus, you have to understand these type of concept if there are any numerical questions asked in the examination. They will give you the illustrative example and definitely they will convey you what will be the amount of compensation in case of claim, or what will be the percentage of cumulative bonus in the at the time of next renewal. The next is carriage of dead body, 2% of capital sum insured or rupees 2,500, whichever is less. See, carriage of dead body, these are the additional features what we are giving without taking extra premium. So when we are conveying you, when we are discussing that these are certain additional benefits, these are without additional premium. So, but in case of medical expenses, as I explained you earlier, the medical expenses are covered by payment of additional premium. It is not covered automatically. The payment of premium, extra premium has to be there. But here for cumulative bonus, no extra premium. For carriage of dead body, what we are giving is 2% of capital sum insured or 2,500, whichever is less. It is without any extra premium. Likewise, the additional benefits of education fund for one dependent child or more than one dependent child, these are all available under this personal accident policy.
Sir.
Yes.
In our new India, carriage of dead body is 20,500, na? 25,000, sorry.
Yeah, now see, now the changes are there. So when I am giving you these type of example, these are particular company, there may be difference to New India to United India. So I'm not going in much detail of the amount.
Oh, okay, sir. Okay.
And for all of you, you should know that whenever if you are appearing for the this examination specifically for scale 1 to 2 officers, I will definitely convey you that the questions when there is any ambiguity, where there is any problem while giving you the answer, or if there are 2 correct answers to a particular question, these type of questions will not be asked in the examination. And again, the amount related questions wherein the company wise difference of amount is there, then definitely those will not be asked, because this is the promotional examination for GIPSA company. So the pattern should be on a universal basis. So I will not go in much detail about education fund for one dependent children, for more than one dependent child, because again the value may vary. So here these are certain additional benefits under personal accident policy, which generally is given by all the companies across pan India basis. I am talking about GIPSA company. The
Yes,
last
sir.
one
You,
when I'm conveying you is the benefit is available for only on CSI capital sum insured, yes, and not on cumulative bonus, which I explained you earlier. Yes, here there are these are the exclusions under personal accident policy. Compensation in respect of death, injury or disablement arising from. So 1, 2, 3, 4 points are given. What are those? I will go quickly into them. Intentional self-injury, yes. Suicide, not covered. Then again, the question comes in our mind. LIC, they are giving suicide claims after 1 year, 2 year. Certain terms are there, but that may be to the life insurance companies. But here, under personal accident policy, no self-intentional injuries are covered. Suicide or attempted suicide. Here, the word attempted is also very important, because if there is injury while attempting suicide, the insured may term it as a injury due to accident, but that will not be covered. So attempted suicide or the injury due to attempted suicide are not covered. Influence of intoxicating liquor or drugs, yes, the intoxication of liquor or drug, there is certain percentage of certain decimal point to what liquor is consumed or not, but will not go in detail of those variants. But what we should know is that if there is any influence of intoxicating liquor or drug, it is established, it is proved by the authorities, the police authorities, or in their FIR or death certificate, those claims are not payable. Engaging in aviation. Now, when I am already I have conveyed you that the passengers who are traveling in aircraft are covered automatically under personal accident policy. Why here the exclusion comes under engaging in aviation? Yes, engaging in aviation, that means while performing duties of aviation. Performing duties of aviation means the crew members, the pilots, the air hostess, all these are the persons who are engaged in aviation. Whereas when I am traveling from Mumbai to Bangalore, I am a passenger. So I am not engaged in aviation. I am not engaged in the particular working structure while during that aviation. I am a passenger. So a passenger are covered for personal accident policy, or they are covered under personal accident policy, but the crew members, the pilot, the co-pilot, or the air hostess, these are not covered under personal accident policy. That means when any of the persons who are engaged in aviation has taken a policy with you, then under normal circumstances, if there is any accidental injury while they are driving the vehicle, or they are at home and having any injury, yes, they are covered. But if they are engaged in aviation and if there is any accident, those are excluded under our personal accident policy. This is very important thing to know. Any breach of law with criminal intent, I have explained you at the first slide only, that technical breaches of law are not excluded like the traffic offenses. But here the particular insured person cannot take the shelter that yes, I have there is a breach of traffic law, but it is unintentional. It is to be proved. My friends, please understand, any of the breach of law should be proved that there was no criminal intent. If there is any criminal intent, those will not be covered. Again, whether it is criminal intent or not, it is not for us to decide, but it is the authority, the police authorities, they are going to certify it that yes, the criminal intent was there, or whether the breach of law was unintentional. There is no criminal intent involved. So these are some technical things which you should know. Service in armed forces, that is the persons who are working in armed forces, we are unable to give the policy. We are not giving the policy. The exclusion is there. War and nuclear perils, I have already discussed this thing. War and nuclear perils are excluded from personal accident policy. From childbirth or pregnancy, so anything which is related to pregnancy or related to childbirth, whether in common language it is termed as accidental injury or accidental death, still it is not covered under our personal accident policy because it is specified under exclusion column. So these are certain exclusions under personal accident policy. Now, when I told you that there are certain table of benefits and classification of risk. So the classification of risk is according to the degree of hazard of their occupation. So when I am conveying you the risk group 1 is stating that Accountants, doctors, lawyers, architects, these are certain categories under risk group 1. The degree of hazard to the accident. The degree of hazard to the accident is minimal. It is very minimum to all these professionals. The accountant, doctor, we as the administrative officers in the insurance company, all these are termed under risk group 1. So these accountant, doctor, lawyer, architect, teachers, persons primarily engaged in administrative function. So here this point is very important. Those persons which are primarily engaged in administrative functions, those will come under risk group 1. What are risk group 2? Contractors, builders, drivers, or persons who are engaged in manual labor. Contractors, builders, veterinary doctors, professional athletes, sportsmen, woodworking machines, all these are manual labor. Those will come under risk group 2. So the degree of hazard of accident is more as compared to risk group 1. What is risk group 2? The highest degree of hazard, the highest risk professionals, those are jockeys, circus personnel working in mines, explosives, mountaineering, winter sports, person engaged in activities of similar hazard. Here when the risk group 3 specifies certain professionals, so these are professionals by their nature of work. So mountaineering doesn't mean that if I have taken a policy of personal accident insurance from New India Assurance Company and I'm going to a certain excursion wherein this mountaineering is involved. So whether I am covered under the policy if any accident comes in picture or if any accident took place, yes, because mountaineering is not my profession. Mountaineering is not my profession, but my profession is administrative function. I'm going on excursion, I'm going on trip, and in that trip, I am doing this mountaineering. So this mountaineering is a professional are covered under risk group 3, but mountaineering when we are doing in a in the May month or June, you may be visiting certain places to do mountaineering. Yes, those are covered under personal accident policy for normal person. Winter sports, all these are the professionals which are under risk group 3. These are certain things to remember for examination point of view. Age limit 5 to 70 years. Again, it may differ. So the question will not be asked. The risk groups 1, 2, 3, these are the rating factor. CSI, that is capital sum insured. PTD, permanent total disablement. PPD, permanent partial disablement. TTD, temporary total disablement. These are some of the abbreviations I have noted. Accident, yes, external, violent, visible means solely and directly. See, this is important. Solely, directly, again external, so no internal things are covered. Violent and visible means, so these are the terminologies related to the definition of accident. Fixed benefit policy, yes, these are not strict contract of indemnity. Worldwide cover, and that too 24 hours. Group personal accident policy, this is a special policy or it is a personal accident policy only wherein a common relationship among the persons when they are in picture, then we can issue these policies on a group basis. So here some common relationship among the person to be insured and a central point of administration of the policy scheme. So there has to be a central point of administration and the common related persons or the group is to be taken into account. When I am conveying you that the common group in our insurance terminology, it is called as homogeneous group. So what is homogeneous group? That means in a particular factory, say Reliance company is taking a policy, then all the staff members, managers, workers who are on the payroll of Reliance company are homogeneous group. These are having a common relationship, having a central point of administration as a HR or Reliance company. So there should be a common relationship. The group should be homogeneous. It may happen that there are certain clubs, there are certain registered societies, they want to take this group personal accident policy. You should know that the relationship should be common. That is, those members should be registered member under that particular club. Then only this group personal accident policy can be given. It is not that there is a chain of multi-level marketing. A company of multi-level marketing wants to have a group personal accident policy. They want to have the chain, the persons who are coming in their chain, they want to cover them. Don't give policies to these type of entrepreneurs, because there is no particular relationship at the time of taking the policy. So those will be added afterwards, and multi-level marketing chain will be going on. So there is no particular homogeneous relationship. So we are unable to give policies to such type of entrepreneurs. No insured person has an independent right of action against the insurer. What do you mean by this? That when a person is taking a group personal accident policy under one banner or under one company, like say New India has taken a policy for whole of our employees, more than 13,000 we employees are there. So New India Assurance has taken a policy for all of us. The right of action against the insurer, that means whenever there is any claim, and if my claim is rejected, then the right of action against the particular insurance company should be taken by the New India Assurance company and not by a particular person. So if I want to sue them in the court of law or to the consumer forum, the insured person, that is myself, I cannot go directly to the consumer forum or the particular litigation authority, but here the policy holder or New India Assurance company who has taken that policy, they will go in the court of law or maybe the consumer forum. So the right of action against the insurer will be available to the particular proposer or the insured or the company who has taken the policy, but the independent right of action will not be possible. So particular insured person will not go against the insurance company if there is any rejection or if there is any arbitration problem comes in picture. So these are certain features of group personal accident policy. Cumulative bonus and education grant, yes, these are not applicable. These are not covered. Medical expenses, war risk extension, yes, these are available, but again, this is since this is a contract, all our insurance policies are contract. If these contracts are or the medical expenses or and war risk extensions are given at the inception of the policy, then only those will be covered, but that too with the extra premium payment. Some insured can be linked to emoluments payable to the insured. When the particular company or particular club or particular factory is taking this insurance policy, group personal accident policy, what will be the sum insured for the their employees? Then again, the particular percentage of their emoluments will be allowed to this sum insured. That means when we discuss that sum insured is allowed for 72 times of their monthly salary. So here, if the company is taking a policy, then according to their monthly salary, the sum insured is fixed by the insurance company. So sum insured is fixed and it is not universal to all the employees. It is not universal to all the employees of that particular factory. It may vary. It may vary according to their monthly income or according to their annual income. So the variation of sum insured is possible under group personal accident insurance policy. So this premium, again, it is dependent on profession or the activity involved in. Here when I am conveying you that sum insured is linked to their particular salary or particular yearly income. At the same time, the risk group 1, 2, 3, according to their risk group, the rating factor or premium will depend. So premium will be dependent on their profession or the activity involved in. Like when I am giving you example that one of the entrepreneur having a factory is taking a policy for all the employees under their factory. Then for the managers or the persons who are working under administrative function, the premium will be lowered. But whereas for the manual labor, the premium will be on the higher side. Why? Because the premium for risk group 2, when a persons or the workers who are working as a manual labor, the premium will be on a higher side. But whereas in the same factory, when the managers or the clerical staff or the accounts person, the risk group is risk group 1. So definitely the premium will be lowered as compared to the manual labor. So though they are the employees under a single or the same entrepreneur, the rate or the premium will differ according to their profession or activity involved. Now on duty cover, 75% of applicable premium, off duty cover 50% of the applicable premium. Now here I will not much elaborate on this, but we should know that on duty covers means only when the particular person or the employees whilst on duty, and if that particular entrepreneurs want to cover them whilst on duty, then whatever is the premium, say 100 rupees is the premium, the actual premium payable will be 75 rupees, because you are restricted yourself or the insurance company is restricted themselves to cover the employees whilst on duty only. That means if anything the accident occurs at the home place or after the duty hour, those will not be covered. At the same time, there will be off duty covers. Off duty covers means whenever the person is not on duty, then if there is any claim, those claims will be payable. So the particular person, when he is on duty and if there is any claim, that will not be covered if that particular factory has chosen this type of cover, off duty covers. So this is a difference between on duty cover and off duty cover. Then again, exclusion of death cover allowed when group life policy exists. See, when that particular factory has taken a life insurance policy for all those employees, they want to have the accidental policy with, say, New India Assurance Company. They will ask you to exclude death cover. Why they will come to you saying that they want the exclusion of death cover? Because the death coverage is already there under a group life insurance policy with a particular life insurer. So if they want to have this type of cover, that is excluding death cover, yes, we can give that cover and we may allow certain discount. So this can be possible. So it is a tailor-made type of thing under group personal accident policy, wherein the compensation of benefit will differ, or as per the insured's wish, they will opt or they will ask the insurance company to allow such type of cover. So we are offering this exclusion of death cover, but here the group life policy is to be in existence. So we will definitely ask them in the proposal form, or while giving any of the policies, there will be questionnaire whether any group life policy is existing or not. Then only the discretion rests with the insurance company. The group discount, yes.
In this on-duty covers, if the person met with an accident while coming to office, I mean traveling. So is it covered under on-duty cover?
See, on duty is defined as whilst on duty. So while coming to the duty or while going from the duty are not covered. Okay. Because the question asked by our colleague is it relates to generally to the workman's compensation policy, but in workman's compensation policy also now the things are clear that only on duty things are covered. On duty coverage is there, because there are certain case laws and case studies are appearing whilst coming to the duties are covered, or while going to the of the duty are not covered, or vice versa. These are all now nullified, and we should know under personal accident policy, yes, definitely the particular person has to be on duty. So on duty, what is meant by on duty cover? And when we are issuing on duty covers to particular factory or particular manufacturing company or whoever, the on-duty cover should be specified, and while underwriting these type of proposals, utmost care is to be taken, because at the time of claim there may be many of the disputes occur. How the disputes will occur, I will give you one example. I will give you two examples. One simple example: there is a factory, and when the employees are entered in the factory and they are on duty, if any accident occurs, that is covered. But in case of service industries, the persons may are traveling, or they are going to home and for marketing purpose or whatever. So they are on duty. And the particular organization will also certify that they are on duty and the accident took place. So here, while underwriting such type of proposals, you should be very sure, you should be very confirmed that you are issuing a policy to particular entrepreneurs wherein there will not be any ambiguity, there will not be any difficulties at the time of arrival of the on-duty concept. So if anything which is on duty and if it is not established, then the claim will not be payable. So insurance companies are well scrutinizing these type of proposals while granting on-duty covers or off-duty covers. Normally, the group personal accident policy, when we are issuing to the companies, we give the 24 hours coverage. But yes, as I asked you, as you have asked me that on duty while the person is coming to the company or leaving from the company, whether it is covered or not, no, it is not covered. So be sure, if this type of question comes in the examination, on duty covers means the person has to be there on duty. Okay. Exclusion of death cover, I have explained you. Group discount, it varies from that is a particular group discount is applicable when the persons are more than 100. The proposal may come to you saying that the persons are less than 50 or less than 100, say 85, 90. Can we give a group personal accident policy? Yes, we can give group personal accident policy to the number of employees which are less than 100, but the discount will not be applicable. So here, like in many of the group medical claim policy, wherein certain restrictions are there for 100%, here you can give the group personal accident policy. Again, it differ from office to office, company to company, but the discount of groups will be applicable if the persons are more than 100. Here, when we are talking of number of persons, that means the number of employees. The number of employees should be more than 100. So the group discount is applicable when the employees are more than 100. Any physical infirmity or defect or disability prior to the commencement of cover or any cumulative effect as a result of such disability stand excluded. So any physical disability which is there before commencing the particular policy, a group personal accident policy or a personal accident policy, this physical defect or disability is not covered for all the entire period of that policy. That means any disabled person, can he take the policy? Yes, we can issue a policy to a disabled person wherein he is confirming that he is already suffering from certain type of disability. So we are excluding that disability, and whatever cumulative effect of that particular disability, if it comes in future, those are also excluded. But yes, you can give such type of policy with a caution, taking precaution that the disability is already given as a material disclosure, and you are excluding such type of disability for the entire period of the policy and the subsequent renewals also. The contract is like that. Flight insurance coupons. This is again a personal accident policy, but yes, these policies are given to the passenger. Flight coupon provides cover for accidental bodily injury while embarking or disembarking from or traveling in any aircraft operated by a regular airline over a scheduled route as a passenger during the flight specified. Who is taking this policy? The policy is taken by the airline or the airline operator. So the flight insurance coupons or these type of policy are not taken by the individual person, but this is a group policy. It is taken by the particular airline or the aircraft operating companies. They are taking this type of insurance coupon for their passengers. So the passengers who are embarking and disembarking or traveling during the aircraft, those are covered under this type of insurance coupon. These are called flight insurance coupon. The cover can be for a specific flight, that means from Mumbai to Bangalore. So particular for that flight only the coverage will be available, or for a specific period of time. So what will be the specific period of time? It depends on that particular airline or the aircraft operator to specify that during a particular year, say from 1st of April 2022 to 31st of March 2023, in a particular this period, whatever are the flights of say Jet Airways, those are involved during domestic within India. So all those flights and all those passengers under these flights are covered under a specific period. The specific period of time will be as per the airline or the aircraft operator. It may be for a short period, it may be for a period of on annual basis. So it differs, and insurance company may give such type of coverage to these type of passengers under airline to the airlines or aircraft operator. Declaration policies, yes, declaration policies under this flight insurance coupons are also available, and these can be issued to individual or companies for frequent flyers. See, declaration policies can be issued to individuals. When I'm conveying you that airline or the aircraft operators are taking these type of policies, so here the individual basis declaration policies can be given for the frequent flyer. So frequent flyers may come to you, and those are the persons who are the pilot, the co-pilot, or the flight purser, maybe the air hostess. They will come to you saying that I want to have these type of policies, because these are the frequent flyers, or the companies who are having certain frequent flyers. For them, they can take the policy. Say for example, a CEO of Reliance company is traveling via Jet Airways across pan-India basis. So Jet Airways will take a particular individual policy for that CEO of that company. So this is the declaration policy which is issued to the individual. So the companies will take the policy on individual basis for these type of CEOs, and because they know they are the valued customer and they are the frequent flyer. So the premium will be different than whoever are the passengers which are not in regular capacity. So when passengers which are not in regular capacity, for them, they will take certain policies for a specific period or for a specific flight. But for these type of frequent flyers who are the CEOs or the directors of many companies who are traveling in the particular airways, the particular airline or the aircraft operator may take policies on individual basis. So for the particular individuals, they may take the policies under this flight insurance coupon. Yes, that was regarding group personal accident or flight insurance coupon policy. Student safety insurance, yes, it is again the same type of personal accident policy. It is a group policy, and you may come across one line in a circular issued by New India that the student safety insurance should be issued or can be issued on the lines of personal accident. So on the lines of personal accident, that means on the line of this group personal accident, we can issue student safety insurance. So student safety insurance are the policies available for the student safety. So anything accidental injury, death occurs to the student whilst they are in the school or they are studying in the school, college or educational institution. Whether these are restricted to only schools or college, these are not restricted to schools or college, but these are to be given to other educational institutes also, private tuition classes or private classes, coaching classes. These policies can be issued, but For insurance company, they will ask for the registration. So the registered educational institutes, you may call it, those will be given these type of student safety policy. The benefits are given to whom? Those are given to the registered student. So there has to be registered with all these educational institution at the time of claim to check or to ascertain that particular student is the student of that school, college or educational institute. All students to be covered. In student safety insurance policy, there should not be any bifurcation or differentiation that I will cover. The educational institution will come to you saying that from 1st standard to 10th standard is our school, and we want to cover the students from 1st standard to 5th standard. We will not cover the student from 6 to 10. Whether it is allowed? No. All students under that particular educational institution has to be covered under that particular policy. Now here there may be a question, or it may creep up in your mind, that the educational institution may be a vast educational institution wherein they are having the schools or college in Mumbai, in Delhi, or pan-India basis or on pan-India basis. So whether a particular Mumbai-based education or Mumbai-based school can take the policy or not, because the Mumbai-based school or college will take only the students which are studying in their Mumbai school or Mumbai college, but they are under the banner of educational institution which is on across pan-India basis. Yes, at that point of time, you can give a policy to Mumbai-based school, but the students of that Mumbai-based school or college are wholly to be covered. All the students of that particular Mumbai-based school or college is to be covered. So it need not be the whole of the educational institution. Say for example, People Education Society is having many of the school and college in Thane or in Nagpur or in Pune, and a particular Mumbai or Thane based school or college comes to you to cover all the students under their banner or under their Thane school or college, whether that can be covered? Yes, that can be covered. Or if People Education Society wants to cover Mumbai, Thane, Nagpur, Pune under one single policy, whether that can be covered? Yes, that also can be covered, provided all the students under that People Education Institute has to be covered. So at the time of claim, when the attendance registered or the registration certificate or they are registered at check, the People Education Society's duty is to give all the information related to claim regarding registration of the student. So these are certain factors we should know while issuing student safety insurance policy. Maintenance of attendance register, yes, this is very compulsory. This is very important thing at the time of processing of the claim, because there are certain claims which may come, or the students may join in a particular school or educational institution after mid September or after the first term. Whether those can be covered? First of all, if the students which are covered or which are joining mid-term in that school, that is after the first term, they have to be enrolled under our student safety insurance policy by the intimation given by that educational institution. And once that student is covered under our policy, for the next 6 months, that is from the second term, that will be covered under policy. But it may happen that educational institution is unable, or it may happen that they will not inform or intimate the insurance company that certain 10 students have joined after first term, which were not there in the first term, but they have failed to convey to the insurance company, and if any accident occurs to these type of students, those will not be covered. So maintenance of attendance register is very important. The particular number of insured, that is particular number of student as per their class or their division, those are to be attendance register is to be maintained at the school, college or educational institution level, because if there is any claim, this is very well checked by the insurance companies. Claim amount payable to the parent guardian as recorded in the school register policy. In the school register, policy is issued in the name of the educational institution. So policy is issued in the name of educational institution, a particular school, but the claim amount payable. So if there is any death or disability occurs to a particular student, the amount payable will be to the parent, to the guardian. This will not be issued to the educational institution. It will be paid to the parent or the guardian in case of any claim. So here the educational institution, the policy is issued in the name of educational institution to cover the students but the whole of the students are to be covered. The compensation limit, I will not go much in detail of the variants because it differ from company to company. So in student safety insurance, one question always creeps up in all of you, means all of you are asking us a question that whenever there are trips, whenever there are any excursion and the students are going out of the school, what will happen to the claim if there is any accident at that point of time? Yes, those all type of accident will also be covered under student safety insurance policy, because excursion or trips or these type of journeys are part of their students academic career. So, and it is hosted by the educational institution. So these type of personal accident claims are also covered under student safety insurance policy. So it need not be that the excursion or trips are not covered, those are covered. But yes, again, the student safety insurance is restricted for the students who are in the school or college, or they are in the school or college. If they are off duty, that means if they are not in the school or college and if there is any accident occurs, then it will not be covered under student safety insurance policy. But yes, when we are issuing student safety insurance policies on the lines of personal accident coverage, when we are issuing student safety insurance policy on the lines of personal accident policy or personal accident coverage, and our condition or our clause say that it is as per line of personal accident policy, that means 24/7 coverage is there. In case of any accident out of that capacity other than school, those will be covered. But at the inception of policy, it is to be certified whether the students are covered 24/7 or students are covered on duty, that is whilst they are studying in that educational institution. This is very important point to be noted while studying this student safety insurance policy, because student safety insurance policy are for the students who are attending school, college, and if there is any accident during their attendance in the school or college, then only the student safety insurance will come in picture. Apart from that, if the insurance companies are giving the additional features of 24/7 under personal accident coverages, then 24/7 coverages will be available to the student. The premium will be on the higher side and not as per the student safety insurance policy premium. So these were all about personal accident and their allied policies, like the group personal accident policy, flight insurance coupon, or the student safety insurance. Now we'll go quickly to this second policy, a burglary insurance policy. I know miscellaneous insurance is a very vast subject. I will try to finish as quickly and as you will be able to understand some of the key features regarding examination point of view. Here, burglary insurance policy, in bracket it is written business premises. What is business premises? The burglary policy is available or it is given to the entrepreneurs, the factory owners, the business premises, wherein actually the trading or business or the manufacturing is going on. Here, when we are talking about burglary or discussing about burglary policy, that means anything which is related to house or home, or if any burglary occurs at home, this policy will not cover those type of coverages under home or house. Here, the burglary policies is for the business premises. What is burglary? Burglary is defined, again the definition, important one: theft of property from the premises described following upon felonious entry of the said premises by a violent and forcible means. I will again explain and give you the detailed idea. What is burglary? Burglary is a theft. It is nothing but the theft. Theft of what? Of the property. It is theft of the property from the premises described. What is premises described? It is the location premises. In our fire policy, when we are giving communication address and location address, so location address is very important. So the premises which are described in a particular policy under this burglary, the theft of the property in that premises only is covered. So theft of the property, it is covered under that particular location, following upon felonious entry of the said premises by violent and forcible means. That means the entry in that particular premises should be by means of violent things and forcible means. So what do you mean by violent and forcible? Violent means there should be some threat, there should be some violence, there should be something wherein the term violent or violence is established. Again, forcible means use of force. So here a particular example that will be there in our next slide also. So a person, when he is entering the premises, the manufacturer or the business premises, and he has entered as a customer, and after entering as a customer to a particular business premises, if he is using the force, if he is using the violence by way of gun, if he has threatened that particular owner of the business premises with the help of gun or whatever means of forcible, then all those are termed as forcible entries or violent forcible entries. So this is a burglary or theft of the property under the policy, and the claims are payable. So who will certify the violent and forcible means? The certification or the certificates are issued by the authority. The police authorities will confirm that yes, the violent and forcible means are there. Under certain sections of burglary, dacoity, housebreaking, there are certain sections, and under those sections, the police authorities will convey you, that means the insured person, that yes, the burglary has occurred. Theft by a person. The next point which I have elaborated is that theft by a person in the premises who subsequently breaks out by violent and forcible means, provided there shall be visible marks at the place of such entry or exit by tools, explosives, electricity or chemical. Here I want to convey you, I want to know that there are certain possibilities that the violent and forcible means which I have described in my earlier example, that the violent and forcible means was clearly visible because the businessman or the fellow employees were there at the business premises and it is established. But there are certain theft of the property occurred wherein that breaking of the glasses, breaking of the door has occurred after the business hours. After the business hours, particular entry or exit has happened and the burglary took place. Then are they the violent and forcible means? Yes, they are violent and forcible means because there are visible marks which are on the you may see on the glasses or the doors or the windows. The forcible exit or entry visible marks are there, which could establish or which will establish the theft of property is due to violent and forcible means. So this is a burglary. So in here, when it is specifically mentioned that the entry or exit. So entry, we all know that the particular door or the window is broken by those burgle person, the thieves, and they are entering in the premises. But what about exit? It may happen that a particular customer comes to the business premises. He will be there in the particular business premises till the closing of the business hours. He may hide himself in that particular business premises. After the closing of business hours, when all the employees, the business owner, they left those premises, they locked all those business premises and they went to their home. After that, the particular that person who is there, who has hidden himself in that business premises, will take possession of all the properties. He will do his job. He will he will do the burglary, and while exiting himself from that business premises, he will use the force. He will use the force by breaking of that glass or window or whatever. Still, that is covered. So only entry is covered and exit is not covered. It is not that, because that question has highlighted many a time that the forcible, violent and visible means are for entry only, or exit is not covered. No, the entry or exit both are covered if those are forcible means. So this you should know. The use of force and violence need not be against property only. It can be against any individual also. So the force or violence need not be against property only. That means when we are discussing that the broken windows or broken doors has to be there, it may happen that a security guard, after the close of business hour, the security guard in the night time may be threatened by these person, and with the help of gun or knife, whatever. So if anything occurs due to these type of threat or violent forcible mean, and that security guard definitely for his own life, he will open that shutter of that business premises, and these persons, these gundas, they will take away the property. Whether these type of claims are payable? Yes, these type of claims are also payable, because the individual is also threatened. It is not that the property is damaged or the property is violently or forcibly used, but here the force or the violent means are used against the individual, the security guard, and there is smooth entry of those persons. So there is smooth entry, there is no visible violent forcible marks on the windows or doors, but still this is termed as burglary. Why I'm explaining these type of situations or the example? Because in your particular examination, such type of tricky questions may come, and you should answer these type of questions. Burglary policy. This policy covers contents of business premises against the risk of loss or damage by burglary and housebreaking only. Yes, I have already explained you, contents of the business premises are covered against burglary and housebreaking. Fire risk is covered by issue of a separate policy. Fire risk for all these type of contents are covered under a separate policy. The property insured is covered only if loss or damage takes place whilst contained in the premises described in the schedule. This is, I have explained that the location address is very important, like fire, that the property insured is covered only if loss or damage takes place while contained in the premises described in the schedule. What is the property covered? The properties covered are stocks, the goods held in trust and or commission for the insured is responsible. Yes, apart from their own stock, the manufacturer or the business entrepreneur may have the goods which are in the trust and or commission for which he is responsible. I will give you one simple example. A tailor, we are giving our clothes to him for stitching. He is giving us the clothes after the stitching is over. What will happen if the burglary occurs to that particular tailor shop, and the your whatever clothes you have given to him for the stitching are lost, definitely you will ask that shop owner to give you the amount of money. Whether that tailor will cover this type of stock under burglary policy, yes, but he has to mention that there are certain goods which are in trust and or commission and or on a job work. So these are the particular clothes which you have given them for a job work. So these type of goods are also covered as a property, that is the property in possession of that business entrepreneur. This is not owned by him, but it is kept in his premises for certain job work or on trust or commission. Certain godowns, the storage, the warehouses, they will take the burglary policy for goods held in trust. For godowns or the warehouse, the storage warehouses, they will definitely opt this particular option, because generally the transporters godowns, they are not having their own goods at all. The transporters godowns, they are having the goods which are not owned by them, but they are in their custody, which are belonging to their customer. So all these type of goods are also covered under burglary policy, wherein they will have to specifically give this type of sum insured under goods held in trust. Cash and currencies locked in safe. Yes, under burglary policy, we can cover cash, currencies, but those cash and currencies are covered if they are locked in safe. So normal business premises are going on, the cash currencies are kept in the drawer, at the counter, at the till, are not covered under burglary policy. They have to be covered under separate policies. But here, under burglary policy, yes, you can cover the cash and currencies. It should be specifically mentioned. If it is not mentioned specifically about the particular sum insured under cash column, those are not automatically covered. Those are not automatically covered. They have to be specified by the entrepreneur. Fixtures and fittings, tools of trade, yes, those are also covered. Fixtures and fittings, tools of trade. But here again, the furniture, fixture, fittings, the sum insured is to be given by that insured. Insured has to give furniture, fixture, fitting, tools of trade, sum insured separately. Though, because those are not stock, those are not goods held in trust or commission. So a separate sum insured has to be given. And if there is any loss to these fixtures and fitting, yes, those are covered under our burglary policy. Normally, when we are issuing burglary policy, we tend to skip this type of fixtures and fitting. It is a general practice that we are issuing policies for stock only. But if at all the fixtures and fitting at the time of burglary are damaged, though they are not stolen, they are damaged, whether those are covered under burglary policy, yes, those are also covered under burglary policy, because the fixtures and fittings are taken by the insured for under burglary policy, and those were damaged. There was forcible means and violent visible means were occurred, and it is a damage to the fixtures and fitting while doing this type of burglary. So these fixtures and fittings are also covered. So need not be that fixtures and fittings are to be stolen only. If those are damaged, those are also covered under our burglary policy. Loss or damage to any part of the building. Loss or damage to any part of the building caused by burglary or any attempt therefore is also covered. This is again a very important point. In our burglary proposal form, you might have come across the section 1 is building, section 2 stock, furniture, cash, etc. etc. In our mind, it comes that why this factory building, or sorry, the business premises building is given, whether any burglary will occur to that factory building. Generally, 99% of the proposals, we are not taking the particular building, but this building, the factory building or the business building, we are not covering. But if there is any damage to that particular building while attempting this type of burglary, those are also covered under burglary section. because when we are covering these type of buildings under fire section, if there is any damage due to these type of burglary, whether those are covered under fire policy, no, because our fire policy are stating the certain named perils. So named perils, it may be due to RSMD or malicious damage, all those things are covered. But due to these type of things, whether those are covered under fire policy, if it is not, it has to be covered under burglary policy. So the sum insured is to be given under this burglary policy for a factory building or business premises building. So these are properties to be covered. Definition, yes, from your examination point of view, certain sections are highlighted here. These PPTs will be shared to you, so need not to take down. These PPTs will be handed over. So housebreaking, section 445 of IPC, theft 378, robbery 390, dacoity 391, burglary holdup. See, these are the sections under this Indian Penal Code. These are described according to the number of persons who are attempting these type of burglary. So if the number of persons are say 2, the theft will occur. If the number of persons are more than 5, dacoity will happen. These are definition under burglary only, but under sections of Indian Penal Code, these are described. What is theft? Theft is dishonestly taking away the movable property under section 378 of IPC. Burglary, taking and carrying of property from the premises, again following felonious entry, exit by use of violent, forcible use. The presence of visible marks at the place of entry or exit has to be there. Robbery, voluntarily causing to any person death or hurt or wrongful restraint or fear. These type of definitions are there for theft, burglary, robbery. When I am conveying you the housebreaking, what is housebreaking? Committing house trespass by effecting, that means when a person is trespassing a particular business premises, it is not as per the businessman or as per the permission of the businessman that particular person is coming, but he is trespassing. He is trespassing the particular business premises, and the housebreaking or the burglary happen, then that is termed as housebreaking. So this type of forcible entry or exit, when it happens or it is effected, such type of offenses are called as housebreaking. So normally in our burglary policy, the claims which are coming are of housebreaking. Generally, those are the claims of housebreaking, burglary and housebreaking. So the nomenclature of burglary and housebreaking is there. Dacoity, yes, when there are persons more than 5 with armed or otherwise they jointly commit such type of robbery, these are called as dacoity. Larceny, theft committed by a person who has got the right to access into the premises. The larceny, particular all type of such larcenies will not cover under burglary policy. The burglary policy, if the larceny is to be covered, extra premium, extra payment of premium has to be there, then only larceny will come in picture. Because larceny, the claims of larceny may occur in large number, because this type of theft is committed without the forcible entry or exit, but as a customer, when a particular person is coming in the business premises, he took the possession of the material and the larceny may occur. So these type of larceny claims are not covered under burglary policy, which may be effected if the insurance company proposes to take the extra premium and covered larceny. But in common general terms, under burglary and housebreaking, larceny is not covered. Larceny is not covered. Generally, we are not allowing the larceny by payment of extra premium also. It may differ from company to company, but for larceny, by payment of additional premium also, we are not issuing these type of covers because the risk is more. Hold up, yes, again, some violence is there, assault is there. So theft or burglary due to such type of theft accompanied by assault or violence, or the threat to the insured or employees, irrespective of whether there is a forcible entry or not. So a customer may come in the business premises, and after coming in the business premises, as I have given you the example in the initial stage, so all such type of claims will come under hold up. So the insured person will be threatened, or the employees will be threatened by the customer, because he is coming to the insured business premises as a customer, but he is doing such type of burglary by giving a threat. So these type of forcible entry, though this is not a forcible entry actually, but still the holding up or due to threat, the burglary will occur. Key clause, there are certain clauses, that is the loss of cash from the safe following the use of key. The said safe or any duplicate thereof belonging to the insurer is not covered unless such key has been obtained by violence or threat or through means of force. When we are covering the cash in safe, as we have discussed, the cash in safe is covered under burglary policy. So definitely the burglary or housebreaking, when it happens, there will be visible remarks, the forcible remarks on that particular safe also, wherein the cash is stolen. But if that cash is stolen not by this particular force, but by taking the possession of the keys by way of threat, if it is due to by way of threat, the keys are obtained and the cash is stolen, that is covered. But if these such type of keys are not obtained by the threat, it may happen that the business premises owner, that insured person, may have forgotten his keys somewhere, or it may happen that with collusion of his fellow employees, the particular burglar may have a duplicate keys with him. With the help of those keys, with the collusion with the employee, the particular cash will be stolen from that safe. Whether it is covered, in that case, if the forcible and violent means are not possible or it is not established, then it is not covered. So this is under key clause. So the key clause is very important clause, wherein the possession of the keys has to be by way of violence or threat. If it is due to the collusion of the fellow employees or the insured himself, and such obtaining of keys will be there, wherein the cash is stolen from the safe. Whether it is covered? No, it is not covered. This key clause is incorporated in our policy, and it is not deleted at all. So my second point which is conveyed is that the key clause cannot be deleted even by payment of extra premium. So key clause will not be deleted at all. There are certain things to remember regarding key clause. A complete record of cash kept in the safe should be kept secured in some place other than the safe, and the liability of the insured is limited to the amount actually shown by such record. This is a definition actually for certain records to be kept by that insured. But nowadays, since all the records are digital, the computerized one, such type of records are already there in their pen drive or whatever means of digital ways. So, but it has to be recorded somewhere else rather than the particular business location. So this is meaning of key clause. The keys of the safe or strong room shall not be left on the premises after business hour. So key clause state that the keys are to be removed from the business premises after the closing of business hour. If the keys are kept in the business premises after the close of business hour, if there is forcible entry, if there is any forcible exit, and there is loss of cash, it is not covered, because the keys has to be taken by that particular insured or the employee. It is not to be kept, or it is not to be left on the premises after the business hours. What are the properties which are excluded unless specifically mentioned? See, there are certain properties which are excluded under our burglary policy. those can be covered, but they are specifically inclusion has to be there under the policy. What are those properties which are generally excluded? These are certain properties: gold or silver articles, watches, jewelry, precious stones, deeds, bonds, etc., etc. These are certain properties which are excluded under the policies. Documents of any kind, manuscripts, medals, coin, because these may fetch some values which are emotional one. Regarding documents, I am conveying you, but these will not fetch any value which are having some physical value. These are excluded under our burglary policy. Motor vehicle, accessories, or livestock, these are not covered unless specifically mentioned. If the gold or silver articles are mentioned by the insured, and insurance company is taking or giving the coverage, it should be specifically mentioned by the proposal form, by the proposer, as well as the insurance company while issuing the policy. So these are certain things related to burglary policy. Perils covered, it is described, it is discussed that this is burglary or housebreaking. So forcible entry, exit, violent visible means has to be there. Theft by a person premises who subsequently breaks out the door or windows by violent forcible means. Damage to the premises by the burglary failing to be made. So these are all types of perils can be covered under burglary policy. Exclusion under this burglary policy states any inmate or insured's family member or business staff is involved as principal or accessory. I have already conveyed you that if there is any collusion between that particular insured or the employee or the family member with the person who is doing the burglary, those will not be covered. Those will be the excluded. By acts of persons lawfully on the premises. Larceny, I told you, it is excluded. The persons who are lawfully entered in the premises as a customer may take the possession of the particular property without the knowledge of the insured or the employees. It is termed as larceny, which is not covered under our policy. Consequent upon fire or exclusion. If there is any fire in the business premises or explosion or whatever, which is generally covered under our fire policy. So consequent burglary after fire or explosion is not covered under our burglary policy. Loss of cash from the safe, I have already described you this key clause. Earthquake, natural perils, yes, any type of natural perils, fire, all these things are not covered under burglary policy. Riot, strike, civil commotion, it is not covered under burglary policy, but yes, after payment of extra premium, RSMD or this riot, strike, civil commotion can be covered. But it is to be specifically mentioned in the policy that due to RSMD, the extra premium is taken, and then only these type of burglary will be covered. War-like perils, no coverages. Premises left uninhabited by day and night for 7 or more consecutive days and nights. So here, if the premises are left without any of the employees or customer for 7 or more than 7 days consecutively, it is not that the 7 days consecutiveness is not there, then it is covered. But 7 consecutives or more than 7 consecutive days or nights are there, wherein the premises are closed. And if the burglary occurs and if it is established that the premises is closed for 7 or more days, those will not be covered. The question last year, many of our students have asked this a particular question, wherein due to pandemic situation, there was closure of the business premises for more than 7 days, 1 month, or whatever. So if any burglary took place, what will occur, or what is the fate of that claim? Then definitely according to the merits of that particular situation, or there may be curfew for certain long prolonged days in a particular area, what will happen to the fate of claim? Yes, according to the merits of claim, the claim will be payable, and it depends on the insurance company. So these are the exclusions under burglary policy. There are certain conditions. What are those conditions? Condition of pro rata average, subrogation, contribution, all these conditions you are well aware of. Yes, condition of pro rata average under insurance, it is there. It is the condition which is under the burglary policy. So there is definitely like fire. If there is under insurance, the proportionate claim will be payable. So likewise, subrogation, yes, we have to take the subrogation. Right of recovery with the insurer is very well protected. Contribution, yes, if there are more than one policy, that is with the two insurer, the contribution principle will be applied. Fraudulent claims not payable. Arbitration and disclaimer, yes, the arbitration, if there is any dispute regarding the quantum of the claim, the arbitration will come in picture. So these are certain conditions which is there in burglary policy. Cancellation, we all know, cancellation at the request of the insured, premium refund will be on short period basis. But the cancellation by insurer, that is insurance company, the premium refund will be on pro rata basis. So these are certain conditions under burglary policy. So here we'll sum up, we'll conclude our burglary session, and tomorrow we'll deal in some of the next chapters of miscellaneous insurance. And in my last session, that is on Monday, we will deal with the liability policies, liability insurance. So we'll close for today. Thank you very much for the patience.
Excuse me, sir.
Sir,
Yes.
hold up is covered in burglary policy?
Yes, hold up is covered in burglary policy. In certain insurance companies, they may cover the hold up by payment of extra premium, and some insurance companies may cover hold up in general burglary policy. But hold up is
Okay,
also
thank you, sir.
covered under burglary policy.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll close.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, thank you.
Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, thank you so much, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Me too.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.